On today's broadcast, Cyber Monday, how local stores are capitalizing on the online shopping holiday, concussion concerns, the death of an Ohio State football player is shining light on the seriousness of concussions. We will tell you how the injury may affect athletes on and off the field. World AIDS Day, South Carolina ranks 8th in the nation for new AIDS cases. We will tell you how a state organization is making sure students know their status. All that and more, coming up on Carolina News.
Live from the capital city, Carolina News brings you your news first. With breaking news and in-depth reporting. Up-to-the-minute weather. And all your sports news and highlights. It's all here, now, on Carolina News.
Hello and welcome to Carolina News. I'm Jennifer Blenko.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Caroline Springs. Black Friday deals may be over, but one of the biggest days to shop online, Cyber Monday, is offering shoppers some of the greatest deals. Kelsey Childress talked to a local retailer who says Black Friday sales were not as high as usual, but they expect an increase in cyber sales today.
Most online retailers kicked off Cyber Monday at midnight. Kelsey Childress, Carolina News.
Amazon is releasing new deals every 10 minutes during its 8 days of Cyber Monday. Deals will run through this weekend. Holiday shopping is now in full swing, and consumers are trying to find different ways to save money this holiday season. Your cell phone may help you avoid those long lines and high prices that go along with holiday shopping. A variety of free smartphone apps can help shoppers with anything from bargain hunting to organizing wish lists. Apps like Red Laser allow customers to quickly sort through coupons and even order items at the touch of a button. Many retail stores are using apps this holiday to connect with customers by allowing them to have easier shopping experiences. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley will kick off the holidays with the 48th annual tree lighting tonight. Haley will be joined by Columbia Mayor Steve Benjamin as a carol lighting begins at the State House. Music will start at 6:30 p.m. on the State House steps. The event is free to the public. The tree lighting program begins at 7 p.m. Well, it sure was a beautiful day today, and temperatures felt a bit warmer for the start of December. Our weather reporter Laura Smith is ice skating on Main Street. Let's check in with her.
It is an absolutely beautiful day here at Main Street on ice, and it definitely doesn't feel like December. Temperatures got up in the high 60s today. A cold front moving through by tomorrow morning. Arctic air over in the Midwest right now. They're feeling 30 degrees cooler than they did yesterday. And I'll tell you right here in the Midlands what we can expect for our forecast.
The NFL has decided not to discipline 5 St. Louis Rams players for supporting protests in Ferguson, Missouri. The players raised their arms in a surrender position as they stepped on the field for their game against the Oakland Raiders yesterday. The St. Louis Police Officers Association called for an apology for the gesture and called it disappointing. Protest emerged in Ferguson after a grand jury decided not to indict Darren Wilson in the shooting of Michael Brown. Wilson was not indicted, but he did resign from the Ferguson police force. Former officer Darren Wilson put in his letter of recommendation after Ferguson police received death threats if he stayed on the force. Protests have continued since a grand jury decided not to prosecute Wilson in the shooting of unarmed teenager Michael Brown. But Ferguson Mayor James Knowles hopes Wilson's resignation will help the city move forward.
Now is the time for the city of Ferguson to begin its healing process with the citizens of Ferguson and the police department.
The Ferguson Police Department is taking steps to help reestablish ties with the community, but activists say they have yet to be heard. Demonstrators are raising their voices today on 14th Street Bridge in Washington, D.C., holding signs and chanting, "Black Lives Matter." Activists called for a nationwide walkout to protest excessive force in the shooting of Michael Brown. Students in over 50 schools participated.
USC is mourning the death of two former Gamecock faculty members who passed away over Thanksgiving break. Jim Hopenhaver served as USC's marching band director for more than 30 years, retiring in 2010. He donated $1 million to the university in 2012. Copenhaver was 71 years old. Dr. Roderick McDonald Jr. was the first dean of USC's School of Medicine and served as a dean for 7 years. The school named McDonald Distinguished Professor Emeritus and Dean Emeritus in 2001. McDonald was 88. Plans are now underway to begin construction on the long-awaited Bull Street redevelopment. Jen Ashley has more on when we can expect to see the project break ground.
Columbia is one step closer to a new retail center and minor league baseball stadium in the heart of downtown. It will play its first season in 2016. Jen Ashley, Carolina News.
Sources inside City Hall told Carolina News we can expect more big news about the development in the coming weeks. Coming up after the break, a South Carolina organization recognizes World AIDS Day at USC.
Welcome back to Carolina News. Today is World AIDS Day. A red ribbon hangs on the front of the White House to recognize the day, which is dedicated to raising awareness of HIV/AIDS. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports an estimated 35 million people are living with HIV/AIDS worldwide. President Barack Obama has urged Americans to remember those who have lost their lives to AIDS and to provide support and comfort to those living with the disease. The South Carolina HIV/AIDS Council was out on Green Street today providing free testing, and Carolina News reporter Chandler Bozak tells us more.
World AIDS Day is held on December 1st each year. Chandler Bozak, Carolina News.
The South Carolina HIV/AIDS Council is celebrating 30 years of service to the community. You can get tested any day of the year for free at one of their locations across the state. A missing Ohio State football player was found dead in a dumpster on Sunday, minutes away from his campus apartment. Backup defensive lineman Costa Kara-George was reported missing by his mother on Wednesday. Police say Kara-George died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His mother told police that he suffered from spells of confusion due to concussions. Police are still investigating. Headaches and confusion are just a few of the symptoms stemming from a concussion. The Center for Disease Control says that up to 3.8 million people suffer a concussion each year, and that most of those concussions are suffered while playing football. Carolina News reporter Nichelle Torres spoke with a USC defensive end that took 5 months to recover from his concussion.
It's a hit like this that could cause a football player to suffer a concussion. Nichelle Torres, Carolina News.
Although there is still research being done to determine the long-term effects of concussions, studies do show they can lead to memory loss or permanent brain damage.
South Carolina's state autism program is experiencing changes as a new federal rule requires Medicaid to cover autism services for children. In 2007, Ryan's Law was made South Carolina the first state to require insurance to cover treatments for autism. Rachel Tripp tells us how the South Carolina Autism Academy is opening its doors to help more children with a disability.
What is your name? That's right, you are Ryan Unum.
Rachel Tripp, Carolina News.
An estimated 6,000 children enrolled in the South Carolina Medicaid program fall on the autism spectrum and will qualify for services under the new federal rule. After a glorious day like today, I sure hope this weather stays with us. Our weather reporter Laura Smith is at Main Street on ice with more.
I'm still attempting to skate out here. It is absolutely beautiful today. Warm temperatures, but not warm enough to melt the ice. Clouds rolling in this week and a slight chance of rain for your weekend. I have all those details coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Carolina News. Our weather reporter Laura Smith joins us.
Laura, what a great day to go ice skating there. I'm sure it felt great outside.
It was absolutely perfect. And Thursday is college night. You have to go.
Oh, I'm
beautiful
definitely
weather,
going.
especially for this week that we're going to be experiencing this week. So currently right outside, it is warm, really cool, but not too bad.
Well, hopefully it doesn't rain and it's just going to be gorgeous weather for the week just to kick off December. That would be great.
Slight chance of rain, but will be good.
All right, and coming up, a tough loss for Gamecock Nation. We'll tell you more in sports.
Welcome back to Carolina News.
We have our sports reporter, Aisha Marshall, with us.
Hello.
Aisha, tough loss for Gamecock fans this past weekend.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately for Clemson, they get bragging rights for next year. That was really cute. I love their relationship.
Well,
it's
she
sweet.
definitely knows how to run an interview. We might need to watch out for our jobs,
I know,
right?
Yes, definitely. Well, coming up, how your favorite Girl Scout cookies may now only be a click away. We'll have more after the break.
For the first time ever, Girl Scout cookies will be sold online through a national platform called Digital Cookie. The 112-year-old organization had preferred that its scouts sell door-to-door to be a learning experience. Now, the Girl Scouts believe the internet could also teach valuable web skills. The organization is expected to launch its online sales on December 12th. And ladies, I don't know about y'all, but that seems like those cookies are going to go great with some milk just in time for Santa.
Yes.
Yes, that's perfect timing for Christmas.
Perfect timing for me to get online and back order those Thin Mints. But let's take a look at that weather. Great weather ahead. Look, 60s across the week, 40% chance of rain on Saturday, partly cloudy, mostly just a beautiful week, lows in the 50s, but a great night to go out to Carol Lighting to watch the Christmas tree be lit in front of the State House.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for being with us.
See you tomorrow. Have a great evening.